Hello students, I am back again with the continuation of the lesson, the noun, kinds of noun. So students, in the earlier video I have already discussed regarding proper noun, common noun, collective noun. So in this video I am going to discuss regarding abstract noun, countable noun, uncountable noun. But before beginning with the abstract noun, let me give you an information related to collective noun and abstract noun. Both these nouns falls under the category of common noun. So students, I hope it's very clear to understand now that collective noun and abstract noun falls under the category of common noun. So I have already discussed collective noun, so I am going to begin with the discussion of abstract noun. So abstract noun, abstract, that means no concrete idea, feeling. No concrete idea, it's just a feeling which can be viewed or which can be thought about. So it's not a concrete thing, something which can be thought or felt. It's an abstract noun. Let's see the definition for abstract noun. Abstract noun is usually the quality, action or state considered apart from the object to which it belongs. Abstract noun points to something to which a person can only think or feel. Right? That means the feeling or the thinking of some particular object. Right? That is an abstract noun. So over here, what falls under the category of quality, action and state? Let's see. So quality, goodness, kindness, whiteness, etc. Action, laughter, theft, movement, etc. State, childhood, boyhood, youth, all these falls and so falls under the category of abstract noun. So students, how can we form abstract noun from adjective, verb, common noun? Let's have a view. From kind, that is adjective, kindness can be formed as an abstract noun. Honest, honesty can be formed, which is an abstract noun. That means all this kindness and honesty falls under which category? Falls under the category of abstract noun, that is quality, right? And then verb, obey, obedience. From the verb obey we can frame obedience. From grow we can form growth, which is also an abstract noun. From common noun we can form child, that is common noun child and slave, we can transform it into abstract noun, that is childhood, slavery. All these are different, that is how we can frame abstract noun. So now let's see the next topic, that is countable nouns. Names of nouns which can be counted. It has plural forms. So countable noun, as per the name students, the nouns which can be counted simply, and it can be used in singular sense also and plural sense, in both the forms, right? So some of the examples mentioned over here: pen can be used as pens also wherever it needed. Book, books. Sister, sisters. Doctor, doctors. So you can use it in both the senses, that is plural and singular, wherever as per the requirement. Now the next is uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the names of the noun that cannot be counted. It doesn't have plural forms. So students, very clear idea about uncountable noun, that is uncountable nouns are the nouns which cannot be counted. The things which cannot be counted. So it denotes what it denotes. It denotes substances and abstract things. Obviously substances and abstract things cannot be counted, students. So it doesn't have any plural forms. So all these cannot be counted. All these are not simple to count. Hence it doesn't have any plural senses. The things which can be counted can only be singularized or pluralized, not uncountable nouns. For example, sugar, milk, water, etc. Now let's see few examples so that the idea regarding abstract noun, then countable and uncountable noun would become more clear to you all. Now let's see. Honesty, policy, justice, truth, cleanliness, goodliness. So over here you can see honesty, policy, justice, truth, cleanliness, goodliness. All these falls under the category of abstract noun. Why? Because these are ideas, these are thoughts, these are feelings, right? And which is not a concrete thing which can be touched. Hence these falls under the category of abstract noun. Now let's see the next example. We can count bottle but cannot count water. So water is the bottle full of water. The bottle full of water can be counted because we can count the bottles, but simply counting the water is impossible. So water is uncountable and bottle is countable. So I hope I have been able to make this topic very clear to you, and hope to meet you in the next video. Thank you all of you.